world politics, Captain America is unique from most of his superhero counterparts.
Okay, soldiers, let's take this dump!
Today we will explore how a sickly young man was enhanced to the peak of human perfection to help the United States win their war effort. As with most comic book characters, there are often reimaginations and different versions to a character's past. We have chosen to primarily follow the storyline, which unfolded in the original Captain America comics and was expanded on in Tales of Suspense number 63. Steve Rogers was born on July 4th, 1922, in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. It was his horror of the Nazis' deeds in Europe and atrocities committed by the Japanese Empire that convinced Rogers to join the army. Rejected due to his frailty and sickness, his passionate pleas to be given a chance to fight for his country compelled General Chester Phillips to offer him a unique opportunity. Rogers was picked to take part in a top-secret experiment called Operation Rebirth, designed to create physically superior soldiers for the American military. Chosen as the first human test subject by Dr. Joseph Reinstein to receive the super soldier serum, he was exposed to Vita rays activating the chemicals that had been put into his system. While he was in the transformation process, a covert Nazi spy revealed his true identity and killed the scientist, knowing that Dr. Reinstein had committed crucial portions of the formula to memory. Rogers killed the spy with his newfound strength, but it was too late. The Nazis had achieved their goal of preventing the US military from producing any more super soldiers. As the only superhuman, Rogers was given a superhero persona and a uniform modeled after the American flag. Vowing to serve as both a counter-propaganda force and counterintelligence agent, Rogers was reborn as Captain America. In this role, he would stand as a red, white, and blue symbol of freedom, armed with nothing but a gun and a kite-shaped bulletproof shield. Later, President Roosevelt replaced both with an indestructible disc-shaped shield. Miraculously, it could be hurled at foes, yet would always return to his hands.
Mr. President! Thanks.
Facing off against Red Skull, the head of Germany's terrorist operations, he was accompanied by James Barnes, a soldier who had happened upon Rogers' tent as he was changing to his masked identity. Sworn to secrecy, Barnes underwent an intensive training program under Captain America and became his sidekick Bucky. Together they fought the fascist forces and became the two most honored names in Adventurdom.
Serum infusion, beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Vital signs are normal. That's 50%. 60. 70.
Something down! Something down!
No! Hand it over! Kill it! Kill it!
No! I can do this!
Hey! Breathing! That's 100%!
Captain America is best known as the red, white, and true blue Steve Rogers. But he is not the only person to don the stars and stripes to protect the land of the free and the home of the brave. Prepare to salute Captain America's through the decades. The first Captain America was Captain Steve Rogers, a hero of the Revolutionary War who helped America claim its independence from Britain and was an ancestor to the Steve Rogers we know and love. It wasn't until World War II that his descendant Steve Rogers was given the super soldier serum by the U.S. Army to defeat Hydra and the Nazis. But when Cap's plane was shot down, he was frozen in ice, and new heroes had their day. While the U.S. scrambled to reproduce Cap's super soldier serum, Isaiah Bradley was one of the soldiers on whom it was first tested. The super serum gave him powers, and he became an unsung patriot as Captain America. Meanwhile, President Harry S. Truman instated the Spirit of 76, William Naslund, to fill the gap left by Cap with a tricorn hat. As a dying wish of William Naslund, scrappy reporter Jeffrey Mace vowed to take up the cowl and became the original World War II patriot as Captain America. Next, history professor William Burnside had plastic surgery to impersonate Steve Rogers and take up the mantle, but experimenting with knockoff super serums made him grow paranoid and dangerous. He resurfaced for a short time later when Cap took a vacation. Steve Rogers stopped his look-alike but became the Nomad, and new players stepped up to the plate. First, pro baseballer Bob Russo struck out, then tough guy Scar Turpin wasn't tough enough. Finally, Cap fanboy Roscoe Simmons proved himself and earned the shield, but without superhuman abilities, died defending his country. Roscoe's sacrifice inspired Steve's return, but later when the U.S. fell under the manipulations of the Red Skull, Steve was stripped of his stripes, becoming only the captain. In turn, Super Patriot John Walker took up the mantle as a more aggressive and unrelenting Cap. Eventually, Steve Rogers took back the cowl and Walker took a walk, later becoming U.S. Agent. Cap had quite a few happy years until a sick day forced feathered friend Falcon to fill in, though it didn't last long. It wasn't until the seeming murder of Captain America that Bucky Barnes did what any best friend who survived being Cap's sidekick and a brainwashed Russian operative would do. Bucky took up his friend's mantle in order to avenge his death, subsequently bringing Steve back in the process. When Bucky was later forced to step down as Cap, ex-Special Forces soldier Dave Rickford had a brief brush as the Masked Avenger, but Rogers couldn't let another Roscoe Simmons happen and reclaimed the cowl. Steve served more years yet, but time eventually caught up with Cap. Steve Rogers lost his super serum and began to rapidly age. So, Sam Wilson flew high as Captain America once more, this time for several years. Steve eventually regained his superpowers and has returned to service for the time being. But rest assured that no matter what may come, many heroes and even villains are willing to don the scars